The death toll in the Johannesburg inner city fire incident is expected to rise. More than 60 people died and more than 40 were injured after a five-storey building caught fire in the early hours of this morning. The exact cause of the blaze is still being investigated. For the latest on this, we now speak to SABC News reporter Hasina Gori. Hasina, good morning. Thank you so much for making time. First, tell us about what you can see from your vantage point.
Good morning, Aldrin. This is an ongoing story that's been developing from the early hours of the morning. As you mentioned, that death toll number has continued to rise as the minutes and hours have unfolded here. We understand it took 2 hours for firefighters to extinguish the fire in this building in the inner city. I'm going to ask Masabata to give you a sense of what we're seeing from our vantage point right now. We are on the other side of, just across the road from the building, where we're looking on emergency services who have all come out in their numbers, firstly to extinguish that fire, but also for search and rescue, which has taken quite a lengthy time. From what we understand, they are still going through this building because what we know is that this was an illegally occupied building where there was also informal structures that were within these rooms inside the home. So emergency services are still scoring through some of that burnt and ash and timber that is now inside the building and looking for any bodies that may still be inside, either alive or dead. We're told that they are still trying to investigate what exactly caused the fire. There are some speculations as this time, but it's still something that has been investigated at the moment. What you can see in front of us is I'm going to ask Masabata to just give you a shot of some of the forensic workers who have decided coming out, that number 64, the last time we spoke with emergency services, telling us that is the official number right now. There is quite a number of injured still, but also the residents of this area quite upset, quite frustrated, if you can understand, waking up in the middle of the night to your house, being burnt. Quite a traumatic incident to find yourself in. But also we've spoken with the Speaker of Gauteng as well, being here speaking to us. But also we've seen a lot of officials from the Gauteng departments all here, from the as well as the city manager, who I'm told is being briefed. I'm going to see if we can give you a shot of them all meeting at this point, all the officials that have come out here and descended on this area, speaking to some of the issues that have come out through this area. This is not something that is unique in this area. We've seen these buildings that have been hijacked being victims of these fires quite often. Also informal settlements. We've heard from the EMS telling us that they are warning people not to come into this area, not to try and go back into their homes, because the structural integrity of this building is still under question. I'm hoping we're going to be able to speak with the city manager, Floyd Brinks. He's being briefed right now, along with some of the other MECs and MMCs who are here as well, trying to find a solution for the problems that this city has been facing, but also for this emergent issue that we've seen happening here. So this is the scenes that you're seeing outside that building that caught alight at about 1:30 a.m. This morning in the inner city of Johannesburg, with so many, mainly those that are from our neighboring countries, who are living in these buildings allegedly illegally, and where fire has broke out, leaving now most of them destitute, and many dead at the moment. Aldrin, that's for now. I'm going to see if we can try and speak to some people, but right now we are on the other side, where the residents are on away from us at the moment.